Mini Jake, the tribe has spoken.
Fuck you, Kevin.
Aw, fuck you too, sweetie.
I'm JJ, one of the original Tribe of Nerds members. You can catch me on Marvel, Pokemon, and other gaming podcasts.
What up? It's Josh, resident superhero nerd, but I also dabble in the occasional super villain as well.
Some may know me as the Chaos Gremlin, but really I'm just Joe King.
Pikachu, use Volt Tackle! Good job, Pikachu!
On the Tribe of Nerds.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Tribe of Nerds. Kevin and I are back for Survivor 48, episode 10. And yeah, for all that the previews for this week were hyping up that this big power shift was going to happen, turned out to be a red herring. So,
Listen, I knew last week when they were made 4-on-4, I was like, they're counting Camilla in the 4, but
yeah.
She's in the other 4 to make it a 5. Like,
right.
They were. It was very much what some of them thought, but that's how you know that Kyle and Camilla are actually in control, because it was not that, and no one's picked up on it, and I love them for it.
Yeah, I thought it was a red herring, or that it would somehow go to Rox, but that Eva and Joe were probably going to be safe at the end of the day. So yeah, I wasn't shocked.
I thought there was a chance that like Eva plays her like safety without power or something, in a weird way that like gives Camilla an opportunity. What is going on with my cat back there? Giving like Camilla an opportunity to make a move. I thought that could happen, but the general setup of like, oh, well, it's 4v4 and we're going around. They were never going to. That required Camilla and Kyle to turn on each other, which was not going to happen. Like, we know that's not going to happen. So I was never bought into that theory, and maybe that's why there's a lot of backlash for this season online, and maybe that's why. But like, I don't know. I never believed it, so it doesn't upset me that it doesn't happen.
Yeah, I'm a little shocked people legitimately think this season is terrible. I don't understand that.
I think I need to leave all of the social media groups that I'm in, because I just want to enjoy it or not enjoy it, like on my own. You know what I mean? Like I just want to watch it and experience it and have my own reaction. And it's so crazy to watch these people who still love 46, which I will never for the life of me understand. And at the same time, hate this season. And like some of the people I know hate this season. I'm like,
yeah,
wow.
I noticed that. I can't really fathom that, and then I also just can't fathom the people that are still hating on Eva, especially. We'll get to what happens this episode, where I just am not sure why people are feeling that way.
The Eva hate. Like what did she do to these people? What did she do to them? I don't understand.
She didn't play with the other women because people want women's alliances to dominate every single season. And yeah.
Who you connect with is who you connect with, right? Like, and like, she said she's in a pretty male-dominated field for work. She plays with a bunch of men for hockey. So like, who are the people that she's used to being around and working with? Men. So like, I don't think we've seen her be against women at all. Just like,
it's just how it is going on.
Just how it naturally works out. Like, I would probably work with a lot of women because I am a teacher and I work with a lot of women. So like,
like
that's not me being anti-man. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't either.
I still think 47 is like the best of the new era. I don't think it's better than 47, but I do think this is a good season.
Yeah, I'm it's tough for me between those two. I would say my top 3 so far, well, I don't know, 42 might go down from the production stuff, but I did like the cast for that, and so 47 and 48 are definitely top 2 for me for new era. But
yeah, I like, of the new era, I like 42 because there's nothing like theme wise. I go by like who won the season and like do I remember their game throughout the season. Yes. Right. And so like because Marianne won it, because Marianne was so visible the whole season, and because we saw Marianne very much play a role. Yes. And until she needed to take charge, like I felt like we saw her full game and I appreciated that win. So that's why like I will rank it high, even if there's some other, like, if there's things about it that I don't like, if there's characters I don't remember, blah, 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 like, I'm always going to rank it high because of that. Yeah, and I mean, 42 had Mike Turner as well, Omer, Jonathan, like, I mean, it had... Great players. It had Lindsay, Lindsay, who was able to compete with big old Jonathan, right? Like, yes. It was a good season, so... Yeah. I mean, I don't remember every detail about it. There's no, like, I confused them... Whatever. 47, I will remember 47 because Rachel was so good. Yes. So good. And Genevieve was so good. So I do think that this is a much more like right? Like it's very much a big alliance has control. They're taking out the people who aren't in their alliance. I think they are doing it strategically. I think that they're getting a lot of flack for like just sticking together, but like I think that they're intentionally choosing who they're going after, right? Like, I don't think that it's just, they're not in my alliance, so I'm voting them out. Like, I don't think they're getting the credit for being as strategic as they are for being a dominant alliance. Yeah, I mean, I feel like nowadays people aren't going to get credit for that. Like, keeping an alliance together is very hard to do the entire game. Right. But yeah, let's get into the actual episode itself now. So we get back from Tribal Council where David went home and Mary basically knows she's in trouble now. So Eva goes up to do... Mary was my boot pick for the episode. Yeah. Mary was pretty good. I love Mary, but I was like, oh, Mary. Oh, you got too many holes in that ship. It's going down. Yeah, she was fun, very fun in this episode, but I do agree, like, everything she was saying, holes were being poked in there. I agree. Yeah. But I thought some of the things she said were very good. Oh yeah, she's very smart. She's very good at seeing what's going on. Mm-hmm. Like she just doesn't have the power to change it. At least not yet. Like maybe some things shift. Like we're down to 7 now, right? So like. Maybe Kyle and Camilla's been working this relationship with Mitch. Like maybe there's room for something to happen. I still am waiting for the Joe and Eva like being split up moment. So yeah, I do love Mary. I'd be very happy if Mary was a part of that. It might not be, but I'd be very happy. But yeah, so Eva tells Mary she's at the bottom and she will try to keep her from going next. But as of now, she is what, like 5 or 6 is what she tells Mary, which Eva is just very blunt. Tell Eva, it how Eva it is so blunt. That's the thing, is I think people take her just being blunt, which is part of the autism, right? Like, right. That's part of why she's like that. And this is how, like, I appreciate seeing this type of person who thinks differently than me, how they approach the game, right? So she's thinking, I have to be super honest, not because that's a good way to play the game, but because that's what I have to do. And like, I enjoy watching that, and I like trying to see what's going to happen. Like, is that going to work for her? I like that. Mm-hmm. Agreed. And then Camilla, Star, and Mary talk about trying to overthrow Joe, so we get that in the middle of the night following Tribal Council. Not going to pan out this week, but... I think it's so funny. Like the frustration with this episode came from like them thinking that that was real, that Mary and Star thought that that was real, that was never going to happen.
No.
That was never going to happen. So, like, I mean, I'm watching and I'm like, yeah, go ahead and try that, Mary and Star. It's not going to happen. But, like, that was never going to happen. Never.
Right. Yeah, especially with Kyle and Camilla talking, and we'll get to that a bit later. But we do get to the next day, and we get Mitch's hilarious discussion with everybody about getting chased by a pit bull and running into a tree. Like, the reenactment was funny.
I feel like this episode in general was, like, silly, not in a way that I made fun of it, but, like, silly in a way that was, like, fun to watch. Like, I was watching it with my friend, and we were giggling, right? Like, we're sitting here having a good time watching it. So
yeah, well, there will be one thing I will make fun of coming up shortly, but
I mean, we also laughed at it a little bit, but, like, it was still a fun experience watching it together.
Yeah, I will have fun with it, but I feel like it's going to be one of those things where I will have fun with it because it's funny to laugh at.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we get to the reward challenge. So it is slither like a snake and toss rings on pegs. Before we get to the reward challenge, though, we get the iconic Fried Chicken and Waffles song, which is probably the second best to LaFleur in Nicaragua.
It's so dumb, but I love it. Like, it's so silly. It's so over the top. You know that, like, I don't want to sing that. I don't want to sit there and sing and dance on, like, day 20 or something of not eating. No, forget that. And you know that the production is like, sing this song, and they're like, fine.
Fried chicken and waffles.
But, like, listen, if you told me, listen, you have to sing this to have a chance to get the chicken and waffles, fine, I will sing your song and I will dance because I want the chicken and waffles. I found out that people didn't know that chicken and waffles was a thing. Fried chicken and waffles? It's delicious.
Yeah.
I love fried chicken and waffles. I don't know what these people are talking about.
I don't know. That actually does sound good, to be honest.
It's so good.
But yeah, no, I mean, I mentioned the Nicaragua, the LaFleur thing. It's funny going back to, like, old seasons, and you get Jeff, like, cringing at people doing this kind of thing, like, in 2010 or 11, and now he's like,
I think because he's in on it, that's why he likes it. Like, because who else? In Exile Island, they had a song. I don't think they sang it at a challenge though, but they, like, the young girls tribe, like, made a little song. I think Courtney the hippie came up with it.
Yeah, well, Courtney would come up with something like
Listen, that's another one. I love Courtney. I love watching Courtney. Courtney has no chance of winning, but I love watching Courtney.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of some other musical moments, but as I said in my reaction short, this was a very musical episode, but we will get to more musical moments in a bit. So Kyle ends up winning very narrowly over Joe, and he takes Eva, Camilla, and Shaheen on reward, leaving Joe back at camp. And so we get back to the camp, and Joe has, like, a conversation with Mary as well, which is kind of just basically also telling her she's on the bottom, basically. So yeah,
I think some people take that as cocky. I think some people take that as, like, oh, this is boring. But, like, you have to play the game that's in front of you, right? Like, you have to play the hand you're dealt. So, like, Joe is put in this position to where, like, people trust him. People are going to be mad at him if he's not honest with them. So he's honest with that, right? Like, well, okay. Like, if you're going to be mad at me, this is a game of social connections. Like, I'm not going to make you mad at me. I think that's fine. You are on the bottom. You know you're, like, they know they're on the bottom too. This isn't a surprise to anyone. Like, right. I don't understand what people, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
No, it's just, again, being honest, and I feel like there's no point in Joe and Eva trying to lie to Mary when she knows what the truth is. So that's, to me, yes, it's obvious jury management, but it's also better.
It's obvious jury management, but I think it's also current game management, right? Because if you start telling Star and Mary, like, well, maybe there is a chance for you. Then that starts to like, then the people who are trusting Joe and Eva are gonna be like, well, why did he tell you that? Like,
Right.
he's supposed to be the honest one, right? Like, he can't tell them like, well, maybe there is a chance, maybe we could work together, because that's going to bite him in the ass. So he has to tell them, like, he has to be honest about it.
Right. Absolutely. So then also they're trying to rope Mitch in, and Mitch contemplates flipping, especially after Kyle doesn't take him on the reward. But he says, well, Star and Mary did try to vote me out last night, so I'm not going to trust them, which I don't blame him for. Again, this is people online are blaming Mitch, saying Mitch is the worst player they've ever seen, which is ridiculous. Like, why should Mitch trust two people who tried their hardest to get him voted out, like, the last couple of rounds? Like, I don't really see that. So
I also, like, again, playing the hand that you're dealt. If you are a Mitch, you're a Star, you're a Mary, you've got to do one of a couple things. One, you've got to flip two people. Well, they think it's just one, but you've got to flip, so because they think they got Camilla too. They don't. But you've got to flip them, like, convince them to flip on their controlling majority alliance that they're sitting pretty in for reasons. Mm-hmm. Or the other thing you can do is survive a few more days, wait for that alliance to have to turn on each other, right? Like, so if Mitch can stay in their good graces and Mitch is sitting there, like, if he's banking on he's going to be there at 5 and he can be the swing vote at 5, like, that's not a bad move for Mitch. Mitch doesn't realize that Camilla is also in that position, way stronger than he is. But, like, it's not bad to position yourself like that.
Yeah, I feel like people need to realize, okay, so let's say they somehow get this move off. I feel like Star and Mary have no incentive to just go to the others and throw Mitch under the bus right after.
Right.
Like, so for Mitch, it's better to have a stable alliance right now in the long term than have a one-round alliance that's going to ditch you immediately. I've had that. I've dealt with that in my Survivor Vanquish experience. Like, people keep coming to me to try to do something, and I don't do it because it doesn't benefit me to do something for one round and then get cut right after.
Right, because that's the other thing, is that Mitch is good at challenges. You take out Joe and Eva. Now who's the challenge threat?
Right.
It's Mitch. So no, like, Mitch is like, nope, I will hide behind these shields until the shields are ready to turn on each other, right? Like, the shield, the target on Joe and Eva is not getting smaller.
No, it's going to get bigger, and people might be pissed at them at the end, more so. I mean, we'll get to David shooting daggers from the jury, but which is hilarious.
Poor sweet David. We love just a pretty dumb idiot. We love them.
Or they're just bitter from the jury because they got caught.
He's bitter because he's dumb, because he didn't know what was actually going on in the game. And we love that. We love when they are, like, big and pretty and jacked and just a little dumb.
Yeah. So then Camilla comes up to Kyle, and Kyle says he's not wanting to backstab Joe. He refuses to do it. He thinks it's better for him to not backstab too many people. Again, someone that is managing the jury, and, like, because also
the narrative of this group is truth and honor and loyalty.
Yes.
So if you are the one to earlier than you have to stab them in the back, that is points against you with this group.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
it just, you have to play with the people, with the hand you're dealt, with the people you're playing with.
Right. That's who's there. So stay as loyal and as honest as you can for as long as you can. You can't do it forever, and everyone knows that. But, like, for as long as you can.
Yeah. I'm convinced some of the online people, complaining would never make it past, like, day 3. So.
Never.
Yeah. So. All right, so then we get to the immunity challenge, and it's the classic challenge that I think has been used in many seasons, the rope with the blocks and the wobbly platform. Again, this is something that is such a crapshoot. Anybody can win this challenge. It
always comes down to the winner is always, it's never somebody who rushes. It's always somebody who is super, super slow. Like when Shaheen dropped, I was shocked.
Yeah.
Because he had been so careful for so long. I was like, I yelled at the TV multiple times, like, no! Because it was funny. Because it's like, it's entertaining.
Yeah, it is. This challenge is great for that. Like, they can do so much great things with the editing, as they showed, where Joe had the shot with the fly, and like
we were dying. Me and my friend are sitting right over there, like right on my couch, cackling at the slow-mo fly going in front of his face. So funny. Loved it.
Yeah.
More
it's
of
so
that.
good.
I loved it.
I don't know how anybody can sit here and say the season is bad when you get shots like that. Like,
again, I've been saying it. I think that the editing, I think the cast is great. I like all of these people. Even David. Like, I would hang out with David. I like these people. And then the editing is, I think, like, there are times when we go into tribal council and we think that there's a chance, like, we're not sure what's going to happen. And then it turns out to be unanimous because actually that person had no chance. But, like, we don't know that going in, and I think that is good editing, right? And similarly, I think that this challenge was good editing, right? Like, it was very suspenseful because you're sitting there watching that fly, like, is it going to make him shake and drop it? Like, what?
yeah. And honestly, looking at it, so Joe does win immunity. I honestly think even if he didn't, I don't even think Mitch is gonna flip anyway, because I think Mitch is staying with it, and the plan is not going to work.
I think Mitch thinks that he can make a move later, right? Like, I think he thinks I can't flip this group. He probably already talked to Camilla, right? Because he and Camilla, we know Camilla has said a couple times she's talking. I think he and Camilla are talking behind the camera. And so I think he knew, well, Camilla's not going to flip, so there's no point in me flipping. Like, I think that they had that conversation. So it then became like I said, okay, well then I'm going to position myself to be like at the end when they do need to turn on each other. I also think, I just think that, like, yes, Shaheen started with Joe and Eva on purple, but like, I don't get the vibe from Shaheen that he wants to go to the end with the two of them. That seems like a losing game for him. So like, I think they also sense that of like they know it's just the 2 votes. Like, there'll still be 7 of us. We can take one of them out.
True. Very, very true. Several of us. Sorry, I had to make that joke.
Curse that man! Curse that man!
All right. So then we get back to camp, and it's basically boiling down to Star and Mary know they have to turn on each other now. They're literally told that. And
them being honest with Star and Mary keeps the narrative Star or Mary. There is no chance to flip people.
Exactly.
It has to be Star or Mary.
Exactly. It's good on them. And so Star basically is contemplating if she should even play her shot in the dark, which
it didn't work out for her. I think she was right to not do it, because I think I would have thought, if I'm Star, they're trying to scare me into playing it. However, the votes are going to be on Mary because Mary doesn't have it. So they're going to vote for Mary. I'm going to waste it, and then I'm not going to have it next round when I need it.
That's very fair. That's very fair.
I very much understood why Star didn't do it. I agreed with it. It didn't work out. It was a risk. It was a gamble. It didn't pay off.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Yeah, I guess I get it too. I mean, I feel like the worst one this season has been Chrissy, who absolutely should have played it. But
right. Chrissy was just not that good of a player.
No.
Not that good at reading the room, Chrissy.
Nope. But yeah, so then we get another musical moment. We get Star's rap, and beautiful, the shining star.
My shining star. I love Star. And like, I will listen to Star rap any day over Chris Noble.
Oh yeah, let's like, yeah. I think Chris Noble's very bad. I mean, I don't think we had someone telling Star to put the pen down and put the
right
the eraser down.
Right. So No, I was happy to listen, happy to bop along with her.
Yep. So Star is voted out 5-3 over Mary. So
I really did wonder when he said the fourth vote was for Star. I was like, did they tie it?
yeah, I was wondering that too.
I was like that's like I was like, well, did they tie it just to like, did they split the votes just in case Star did play the shot in the dark,
yes.
right? Like, did they split? Like, did all of them come together and do that just in case? And then they read the other vote, and I was like, no, but Mary was clearly still the backup just in case because there were still votes on her.
Yeah, very, very good split here, and they do get Star out for being more erratic. And so I totally get it. I probably would have voted out Mary, to be honest. I think
Star has better connections with people who want them.
Mm-hmm.
And Mary's a free agent. And I think Mary is the bigger challenge threat. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it makes more sense to take out Mary, which is another reason why I understood Star not playing the shot in the dark. Like, why take me out? You know, like I got it. So yeah, I think Mary was the better choice, but honestly, you've got Joe, you've got Eva, you've got Shaheen, you've got Kyle. Like, you've got some really good challengers. Like, is challenge performance that important? Like, that big of a factor?
Yeah. All right. Well, our week 10 draft check-in. So now, Kevin, you are down to 2. You have Camilla and you have Kyle left, the duo.
I believe the two of them will be in the finals together. I think the two of them are both going to Final 3. Like, I know everyone is like, this is so boring, but like, we already know. Joe said the thing. I will sacrifice my game for her. Like,
yeah, I think it's leading to something too.
They're very clearly a duo. Everyone knows they're a duo. They don't hide their duo. There's no point in hiding that they're a duo because they're clearly a duo. And I think they're gonna get split up. I think it might even happen next week, right? Like, they didn't indicate that to us at all, which would be a fun blindside.
Yeah, because they threw us off this week, or they tried to throw people off, and now, I can definitely,
like, if neither of them wins, right? Like, neither of them wins, and Eva's got her safety without power. She's like, I'll just leave, right?
Yeah.
And then he goes like,
shocking. Yeah, for sure. And so then Cam has Shaheen and Mary. Sarah has Mitch.
I think Shaheen is also. He's the one I'm worried about. Cam's team is the team that I'm worried about.
Yeah. That's fair. And then I'm down to just Eva. So who is?
I do love Eva. I would love to see Eva at the end. I don't think, like, unless it's very sympathetic, which I don't get the impression from what little I've seen of Chrissy and David in their postseason interviews, which I don't think they are. Unless the jury is very sympathetic, I think that they're going to be very mad at her if she's sitting at the end, and I don't think she's going to know how to respond to that.
Yeah, I agree.
But I do love her. I would be very happy for her if she does win. I don't think that's how that's going to play out.
No, I agree with that. I don't think it's going to be. I think they are going to vote based on gameplay, and I'm thinking Eva's maybe going to have a hard time arguing that. So, but yeah, predictions for week 11, Kevin.
So I think the basic thing would be Mary tries to take out Mitch. It doesn't work. I think that's the predictable thing. And again, I think that within that 5, right, I think Shaheen actually doesn't want to go to the end with Joe and Eva, which I think is smart of him, right? So, like, if those 5 stuck together, the 4 plus Camilla, because they don't realize that Camilla is part of it, because Kyle has hid that so well the whole time from them. Amazing work. If they do stick together, I still do think that makes for a very fun end game, because I think Shaheen flips on them. But I would love, especially because they are so comfortable, I would love some kind of blindside next week. I would love Joe or Eva, even though I love both Joe and Eva. Like, they're both, like, bring them back in the future. They're amazing players. Love them on my TV. It would be so much fun if one of them finally went.
Yeah, I think most seasons have this shocking, like,
we're at the final 7.
Yeah,
Kathy Vavrock O'Brien said it back in All Stars. Like, there's a scramble at 7 and 5. So, like, it would be fun.
Yeah.
I don't know that's going to happen. Like I said, I think there is a chance that the 5 of them, well, the 4 of them are sticking together, thinking that it's the 4 of them, and I think Joe and Eva are thinking if they need to make a move, like Shaheen is with them, you know, to make 3 out of 5. I think Kyle and Camilla are also thinking Shaheen is with them to make 3 out of 5. So there is a chance that they all decide, and like Shaheen's probably like, yeah, I'm the kingmaker here. Like, so it would not be a bad move on their part to stick together, but like, what if they don't?
Yeah. I'm gonna say either a shocking Joe blindside, or we are just gonna see Mitch or Mary go next week. Yeah. I think those are the options.
Yeah.
So that's my prediction. And with that, yeah, 10 weeks finished, and we have 3 or 4 weeks. I'm assuming 4 weeks. We have another month left.
Right. So we're down to 7 right now. So we got to do 7 to 6, 6 to 5 finale.
I guess it could be 3 weeks then. So, I would say
that would be, and then that would be the week before Memorial Day, which is probably like
generally
a good like end point in terms of scheduling TV shows.
Yeah, I think it's 13. So 3 more weeks of this season, and but yeah, I think if you want more Survivor content, though, you can go check out Survivor 1 through 50 and Survivor What If.
Survivor What If with Tina herself.
Yes, with Tina herself. Definitely go check that out. And Kevin already brought up Kathy Vavrock O'Brien. Go check out the Marquesas episode of 1 through 50, which is out by this point.
I love Marquesas. It's one of my like favorite old school seasons. Go watch.
Yes.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yes.
And then go watch Lost and tell Kristen how wrong she is.
Yes, because Kristen's wrong all the time.
She's wrong all the time. Except when she agrees with me that Locke sucks. But like, she's usually wrong.
Yeah, she's usually wrong, as you can see in our last couple episodes. And one of our last episodes, most recent episodes, you can go watch her son Kason talk about it because he is amazing. Yes. So go check that episode out because it's one of our best that we've ever had on the channel. So
fun fact, I've been to Kason's birthday party. Kind of.
Yes. Yes. But with that, like, comment, subscribe, share, and we will see you all next time on the Tribe of Nerds.
Fuck you, Pirate Sarah.